Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time, welcome. Yesterday, I did mirror work for the first time. I sat in front of a mirror and I talked to myself. I had conversation with myself, real conversation. And it was really deep. And I was actually a bit afraid to do it because I knew that it was going to be deep. I knew that it was going to bring up parts of me that require bravery and courage to face. So I was procrastinating a bit yesterday, but I did end up doing it, and today it has sparked some emotion and truth and realization in how I really feel. More about my self-perception and my sense of self and what it means to nurture myself and allow myself to be nurtured. In my family system, I haven't always felt comfortable or like I belong. When it comes to my family, I've always felt like awkward. Like I don't really fit, even before I went on my journey, even before I started this journey. So starting it and coming to this realization that, oh, I'm the black sheep. Oh, this is why I feel or have felt how I felt. It's like it all makes sense, you know? And so in that, it's like I am the generational cycle breaker. I am the generational healer. And that energy requires this role. It requires real patience. It requires a real willingness to be the light bearer, to say the truth, to honor the truth, to recognize the patterns, to speak to them, both alone and with my family. I'm in a spot where I can't really ignore the generational trauma, the generational patterns. I have to confront them because that's my path, that's my journey. So even if it's hard and harsh realizations, like I didn't get the love and the nurturing that I really needed as a child from my mother, that's the truth. You know, after my mirror work session last night and today, the reflections I was having, it was interesting because like sometimes things come up that you haven't said out loud. And it's like, oh, I was thinking that, but I just never said it out loud. And something that I wrote was, I feel like I can't talk about my relationship with my mom. Like it's a secret. And that's what the patterns are. Secrets. They become secrets. So many families are used to avoidance and pushing things under the rug. We don't talk about this. We don't say that. We don't speak about that. We don't care about how you feel. So you subconsciously learn, oh, I can't speak about this. Oh, I can't say that. How I really feel doesn't matter. And what I'm learning, what I've learned is that nurturing yourself requires being honest with yourself. It requires loyalty. You can't nurture yourself and still lie to yourself about things that you know are true, about things that you know are real. Because when we do that, we're not actually going anywhere. We think we are. We might have the illusion that we are. But when we're stuck in this denial, and these lies, and these secrets, and protective mechanisms, what we're actually doing is keeping ourselves stuck in an old identity, an old story, an old narrative, false narratives, false stories, right? Like I mentioned, lies, illusions. And so that mirror work that I did last night has pushed me into confrontation with another layer of myself, of my truth, of how I feel, of what's real for me. When I sat in front of the mirror, I asked myself, do you see me? Simple question. Maybe not so simple answer. Definitely wasn't. But I asked myself, do you see me? And the mother wounds are associated with your self-perception, your sense of self, your connection to yourself. So how I was nurtured, mothered, cared for, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, physically. That is how I show up with myself. So in my healing, I've realized I've really had a self-rejection wound. I've really been at odds with myself. I've not loved myself. I've not seen myself. I had this identity, and I've had this identity built on shame of who I am. When I think of nurturing, I think of encouragement. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. I think of kindness, care, compassion, softness. And softness isn't weakness. I think of motivation. I think of empowerment, caretaking in a very gentle yet strengthening, assertive yet real way. Not babying, not creating codependency, which is what I've experienced. Not dimming my light, not dimming light, but creating space for that light, creating space for that energy of the child, of the person, to thrive, to glow, to grow, to be. Encouraging creativity, supporting it. And you can tell when somebody's really present with you in that nurturing, when somebody's really supporting you, when somebody's really on your side, right? Like that loyalty I mentioned. If you're really being cared for and nurtured, you're not going to question if that's what it is. And what I've learned is a lot of what my family thinks is love is actually control disguised as love. Nurturing someone isn't trying to restrict them, keep them in a certain spot. It's not weighing them down with false obligations. it's not lying to them about who they are. It's not projecting insecurity and all these things onto them. It's not enmeshment. It's boundaries. It's love. Love is boundaries. Not something I've been taught to, right? Which is probably why, I know it is why in my relationships I've given so much of myself and have lacked boundaries and have put up with almost anything, abuse included. Because it's like, just love me. Just love me. You can have whatever you want. Just love me. Just accept me. Just take me. Just give to me. But it's like, love is boundaries. Love is not self-sacrificing. You don't get any reward for that. Temporarily, elusively, but not in the long term. And so, I'm realizing that my relationship with my mom is like super messed up. And it's not what it used to be. Right? As a child, before I started my journey, I was really under the impression that I was close with my mom and we had a really great bond and there was an understanding and there was a relatability. I was under the impression that we were on the same page, that I was supported. She would say we were best friends. I slept with her until I was 14, I think. And, we just bonded. We seemed to bond on the surface. And it really felt like we were. But then it's like, as I started coming into my own person and my own being and making my own decisions, all of that just shifted. And I started seeing the truth. I was only good and I was only worth pouring into and valuable and deserving when I was what I was molded to be. Not nurtured to be, molded to be. I was only lovable when I was doing what was expected of me. I wasn't lovable just because, I thought. There was this Picasso of connection that didn't even really exist, is how I feel. It was made up. It was a lie. And that kept us enmeshed and codependent with each other. For me, it's no wonder that I'm back living with her. This is where my journey has brought me, not because I did something wrong or made bad decisions, but because I am the pattern breaker, the pattern witnesser, the pattern speaker, the truth teller. I have to do this. God is using me to shake up my family, to shake up my own life, to change things in the world. And I have to let myself be used. And more than that, I want to speak my truth. I want to be honest. I want to express. So for me, it's felt like, ever since I started to become my own person, it seemed like, was that even real? Or was that just like a manipulative type of thing, right? To keep us close to each other, to create this sense of connection that wasn't really there. In your relationships, your romantic relationships, my romantic relationships reflect my relationship to my family, my dynamics with my family, but also with my parents. And in my relationships, I see both of my parents reflected back to me. I do, and I kind of almost hate to say it, but they're right there. the self-sacrificing, the giving up myself, the trying to fix people, help people, do everything, putting up with things I had no business putting up with, snapping at people, getting defensive, not knowing how to let love in. My temper, it's all there. It's a journey, you know? I've just felt like I've been lied to as I've grown up and come into the truth. And it's been hard to really reckon with, because it's like that feeling where it's like, I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. And then, betrayal comes in, because it's just like, this doesn't feel accidental. This feels like a very particularly set up situation. And as I started to notice the truth, it was really weird, and it was disorienting, because it's just like, what is this even? I don't even know who this person is. I thought that things were this way or that way. They're not this way or that way. I thought that we were close. I thought that I was genuinely loved. I thought that there was an understanding of who I am, and I was accepted for that. But it's like, no. And that is part of the heartbreak, I feel. Because we come into this world thinking that family is this, and we put our family members on pedestals, our parents, and then we realize as we get older, no, they're just people. They have wounds like me, traumas like me, capable of making mistakes like me. Nothing about them exemplifies or exempts them from reality, from truth, from being human. So it's not about shame, It's not about being the worst parent ever. It's just about the truth. And, as I've grown into my own person, I've just realized, wow, I don't even know who this person is. I don't even know who my mom is. I don't even know how to connect to this person. I'm really disappointed. I'm really hurt. I'm really mad. Because I've been lied to. And I feel that way. And it's just really weird. Because this is not the view that I've always had. So it's like a really it's life altering realizations. It's that ego death energy, because if that's not the truth, if that is not a foundational truth, unconditional love or support for who I really am, acceptance for who I am, then the actual truth means that everything else is different. I'm different. Dynamics are different. My perspective is different. Life is different. So it bleeds into, as you nurture yourself and learn how to do that, it bleeds into everything. That honesty. It goes into layers of your reality. You can't start healing and start looking at things and then just drop them and be like, oh, okay. Because what you see, you can't unsee. What I've seen, I can't unsee. And so, I started noticing this rejection and this abandonment, this pullback, once I started to make my own decisions and become my own person. It was like, unless it was a codependent, molded dynamic, it became like this forget you type of thing. it became this like jealous type of thing, envious disdain. And I've said this to my mother. I feel like you feel jealous of me. And I'm not really expecting agreeance, but some part of me also does want accountability, and that's fair. But even if I never get that, that's the thing why I'm here today. Like, I have to speak my truth, because I can't be my own person without it. I can't nurture myself without it. And I owe that to myself in my journey. Processing that I'm sharing this right now is kind of wild and even a little bit scary, because it's just like I'm being honest in a space where I felt like I couldn't be honest, or I had to hide, or I had to run in a sense. But it's weird going from like one view of things to another. Instead of being nurtured, I feel like I was shamed, blamed, guilted, burdened, with a lot of energy that just wasn't mine to carry. I feel like there's been a lot of projected energy onto me, a lot of projected insecurity, inferiority. And I feel like it just comes from the sacrifices that were made to bring me into this world and to have me and to put into me as a child. When those sacrifices weren't necessarily wanted to be made, but they had to be made. And then it becomes this like, I sacrificed everything for you. That's weight for a child. A weight that I don't deserve to carry because it's not my weight. For me, when you come in, when you decide to be a parent, that's part of it. But I think there are regrets and different decisions that could have been made for my mother. But I can't be responsible for her happiness or her satisfaction or her emotional fulfillment or how she feels about me being my own person, growing and glowing up. I mourn, I grieve for the nurturing I didn't get, the type of mothering that I didn't get, the type of treatment I didn't get, but deeply desired and desire. You know, as a child, I was spoiled. I would say I was spoiled. But spoiling someone isn't the same as nurturing them and caretaking them, as giving them what they actually need. It's like that thing where it's like a child can fall or stub their toe or get hurt, and then instead of, providing that emotional, mental, spiritual reassurance, love, kindness, clarity, you just take them to go get McDonald's, or you just say, oh, it's okay, get up, don't cry, let's go get some ice cream. You just gloss over the true needs. And that's how I feel. It feels like my true needs were glossed over. Not because they didn't matter, they weren't relevant, but because there was a lack of knowing how to do those things for me, how to give them to me. So instead of doing that or trying or learning, it was more like, okay, I'll just do this instead. And spoiling can be a form of manipulation. right? I'll give you whatever you want. Just stay by me. Just stay with me. Just love me. Just choose me. Just pick me. When you're in a codependent dynamic, that's exactly what it creates. Choose me, not you. Do what I want you to do, not what you want to do. Don't care about how you feel, care about how I feel. And so my big emotional energy, it's been used, my light, it's been used, but not for me. I'd become the caretaker, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. But I was fed and I was clothed and I was taken care of. I wasn't on the street. I wasn't homeless. I wasn't a hobo. I'm not homeless. I'm not a hobo. And I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, as a child, as someone that is your child, I feel like that is the bare minimum. And at the time, in that era, in that generation, there weren't tools to know how to handle that or navigate that. There weren't tools for, maybe not there weren't tools, but they didn't have they weren't thinking about that. But at the same time, it's like you could have, though. Even if it's not how it was today, there was space and time and libraries and books and research that could have been done. Work that could have been done, like I'm doing. But they took a different path, and that's fine. But this is my path that I have to honor. So when it comes to saying this truth and these things, it's not a evil, malicious thing like how I feel like my family thinks. It's just truth. It's evolution. It's reality. My reality. I have to give name to these things, or else they just create inside me silently, build silently inside of me. I don't want that. I don't want that. And so for my mirror work last night, I was, like I said, looking at myself and having this conversation of, do you see me? And today I woke up and was going throughout my day, and then I thought of my relationship with my mom and the lack of nurturing, and it made me think about how I'm learning to do that for myself now. And that's what you have to do. Right? After you go through the phase of blaming and being mad, and I think I'm still processing the mad and the sad. I'm processing all of it because it is the grief. It is the mourning of a reality, of a mother, of a relationship that I thought existed. But I'm learning what that looks like for me, what that feels like for me. What do I need? I need to be able to speak. I need to have my voice, right? I can't be silenced. And I do feel like I was silenced, not just by my mom, but that's what we're talking about right now. And so it's that reclamation, that vocal reclamation, that voice reclamation, that autonomy. I am allowed to have my own voice, my own opinions, my own thoughts, my own ideas. And that's not betrayal to somebody who wants me to do that, wants me to be my own person, doesn't see that as a threat. I have to have presence. I have to be present with myself. I can't ignore my emotions. I have to let myself feel them. I would feel like I was so taught to put my emotions away and don't cry, don't be mad. Like I just felt like I couldn't be a full person. And that's the thing, as a child, I didn't have any idea about this for real logically. But as I've grown up, it's like the body remembers. You remember intuitively what you felt, what you experienced, even if you don't remember it by memory. And so it's just like, wow, this is true information I'm coming into. And then I'm also on my spiritual journey, so I know that God is not going to lead me astray or lie to me. So then it's just like reckoning with that truth, sitting with it, like I did in the mirror work, like I have been doing in my healing work. What you see, you can't unsee, right? Nurturing myself means letting myself be creative, like I am right now. It means having my back, standing up for me, not hating on me, not ganging up on me, not gossiping about me, not sending me negative energy, but just like giving to me in real ways and learning what those real ways are. Whether it's, I need to sleep a bit more, I need some tea right now, I gotta meditate, I gotta go for a walk, I need to sit down, I need to get up, I need to put in this work, I need to take action, I need to speak up, I need to be honest. What do I need? Is the key question in nurturing, right? It's the key question. What do you need? When you think of nurturing, it's about giving to your needs, building upon your values. As a child, I couldn't have needs. I couldn't have my own needs. I couldn't be my own person, just stifled, repressed, developmentally delayed, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Truly, that's what enmeshment becomes. Developmentally delayed. It creates a developmental delay. So all the emotions I'm now feeling and all the truths I'm coming into and the realizations, it's because I'm a deep feeler. It's because I'm an intense soul. It's because I'm a very real, raw person. But it's also because I haven't had the space to feel, to heal, to grow, to be, to exist. And that's my path, you know? Going through it, growing through it, realizing who I am. So there's gratitude, but that doesn't diminish other feelings, you know? I can be grateful and recognize what I didn't get, what didn't happen. And that's part of nurturing myself too, right? Being honest about the good and the bad, the light and the dark, the happy and the sad, not just one or the other. Learning how to balance and harmonize the two. Learning how to forgive. But you can't forgive by just mulling over things or pretending they don't exist. That's not nurturing. That's blind loyalty. That's ignorance. That's denial. That's resistance. So this past couple years, I feel like I've just really been learning how to be my own person. How to be my own person. How to feed my light. Nurture my light. What do I need to keep going? I need to feel my emotions. I need to think about this. I need to sit with this. I need to say this. I need to feel this. Process this. Witness this. Be honest about this. I need to eat this, not eat this. I need to take a bath. I need to wash my hands. I need to brush my teeth. I need to get dressed. I need to do my hair. I matter. And so when I ask myself, do you see me? I didn't see me. And it was weird because it's like I'm sitting right here. What do you mean you don't see me in this mirror work? You don't see me? I'm right here. But it's not that I didn't see me on the surface. I didn't see me. And if I'm going to see me, I have to acknowledge, why didn't I see me? What stopped me? What was inhibiting me? What's been inhibiting me? Guilt, fear, denial, resistance, uncertainty, doubt, burdens that aren't mine, narratives I don't even believe in or agree with, people that are not even genuinely on my side. Comes a time when, again, you have to release that self-sacrifice. I have to release that self-sacrifice. I'm good if I don't say this. I'm good if I don't do this. I'll be accepted if I... Nothing changes. Nothing's different when I'm doing that. Nothing changes. Life goes on. People move on. No new conversations are had. No new ideas are brought. I'm just wasting time, hoping and waiting for people to see me and change and grow for me. When it's like, that's not even their job. It's my job. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So I didn't get what I needed. I didn't. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Maybe even at times physically. And that's okay at the end of the day. But also at the end of the day, I need to be able to be honest about even my inner child. About what's really been in her mind, in her heart, weighing on her. What she's really been thinking about. And feeling and processing quietly. Even struggling to accept. You're not a better person for giving yourself away, for self-sacrificing. And another thing is there's so many aspects to this, right? It's not just my mother or my family. It's my family's family, their family, my mom's mom, her mom. And there's a real wound within the feminine of self-sacrificing and cutting off from our voices and being put down by men, by the masculine energy, logic. And then you become, and then they become, we become, suppressed within our own masculine energy or over masculine. So we have to do everything and we have to over sacrifice, we have to over give, and we have to push, and we can't say this, we can't say that, but we keep thinking this, and then we become passive aggressive, and then we have doubts and regrets, and then we are jealous, and then we're envious, and there's so many patterns and things that are connected to this. And so it's bigger than me. It's bigger than my family. It's bigger than my mom. It's ancestry. But this is who I'm here to be, and this is what I'm here to express, and I don't feel bad about it. And I sometimes feel like I should feel bad about it. But truly, that's not my story. And when I step outside of the dynamics of my family and what I've been taught, I see things so much clearer. And I'm like, oh, it's the system. The system that nobody wants to talk about. The darkness that nobody wants to talk about. A lot of things within my family are about images and appearances. Material items and money. Not about how people actually feel, what people actually think, are we actually connecting? But I can't just blend in with something that doesn't resonate with me. I can't lie to myself. I can't. And I don't want to. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you resonate with this, definitely go ahead and comment because I'd like to connect with you. And until next time, be well. Bye.